Come here, son, nephew, young man. Let me holler at you. There's a book that every man needs to read called The Art of War by Sun Tzu. Am I saying that every man needs to be a soldier or be in a war? No. But do you need to know how to move strategically, how to plan counters against measures taken against you, how to make preparations for different situations in life? Absolutely. And one lesson from The Art of War is Sun Tzu says, when you see your enemy making a mistake, don't tell him. If you have somebody who's working against you, unless you're in a situation where you think you may have to hurt somebody, God forbid, because we don't want that. Or maybe if you're trying to avoid an all-out conflict, okay, but only to a certain extent. After that, if that person is playing into your hands where you know you're going to win, then you know what? Sometimes you got to go ahead and let that person fall into that trap, pay the consequences for their actions, and let that person be an example for the next person who decides they may want to try that. It's unfortunate, but it's true. Because once you let your opponent know, I understand what you're doing, especially if you reveal your strategy. Definitely don't reveal whatever your strategy it is in protecting yourself in whatever situation, because now your opponent is going to switch up their attack. For example, if you have a supervisor at work who's harassing you, you follow the protocol, which is asking that person to stop. But if you're going to get a particular lawyer or take a particular series of actions, now that person may just go covert with their harassment instead of being overt and making it obvious and leaving you clues. Learn processes, learn the rules of whatever game before you play, and be the best at it. And if you have to go against someone, if you have to take action against someone, hey man, make your action as definite as possible. Go ahead and do what you have to do and make it to where that particular enemy is not going to bother you anymore. I hate that life has to be like that, young men, but it's the unfortunate truth. Sometimes a man's got to do what a man's got to do. And if you get put in one of those situations, never lose the will to win and never lose the will to survive.